Yes, that was me, cruising with my truck camper with the lynched men in the back and hanging gallows in the front and the flags and cruising LA freeway. Yes, that was me. But why? Because of Big Daddy. You see, Big Daddy in the year 2024 never stopped mental and physical torture. In fact, in the year 2024, got in the high levels. And it was very hard. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video about Big Daddy and expose Big Daddy's illegal activities. Of course, I started making videos around July last year. Big Daddy found out about it. And the harassment even is got in the higher level. And then in the January this year, 2025, I uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. Big Daddy found out about it, and the content of the video made Big Daddy go banana. Now I know I have to get out of the Georgia. And then I look my YouTube channel from the January 2025 until June. I had only 1 subscribers, and I appreciate her a lot. And I had a few hundred views, and I appreciate them too. But that wasn't enough for me. And with this YouTube and algorithm, in my opinion, algorithm is like a transmission box with bunch of gears. And you have to get all these gears working together so you can reach the viewers you're looking for. And I knew being in the control environment is very hard for me to work with the algorithm. So I had to come with a different way to excite that algorithm. So I came with this plan to go ahead and dress up my truck camper, as you see. Now, in July 8th, about 8 o'clock, I was in the Azusa City, California. Azusa City is about 24 miles from downtown Los Angeles. And I was in one of the residential neighborhood, and I start dressing up my truck campers. I start with the billboard on the right side and left side, and then I start with the installing the gallows, 4 of them in the front, and then putting the Black Lives Matter flag, America and Mexico in the front between those gallows, and then putting the lynched mannequin from gallows in the middle, in the back, and then put the peace flag on the right side, and then the minorities group flags on the left side. And meanwhile, I was putting all together, people coming and going. They were wondering. In fact, this young lady, she asked if it's possible to video record my truck camper. I said, go ahead, please. And I saw a man sitting in the car watching me. I knew who was. Of course, he was acting like a mafia or FBI agent. But it's actually, he was Big Daddy's foot soldier. But I don't like to call them foot soldier. I call them a scarecrow. So that's a scarecrow sitting in his car watching me, which I didn't care. And I was going to get everything together and move. And suddenly I saw this couple walking toward me. Husband and wife, I think they were around 40 years old. Wife, she was white, and husband was Mexican American, and he was holding his stomach with both hands. I asked him, is everything is okay? He said he just has been in surgery recently. And then they asked what's going on, and I told them their story. They said, look, this is gonna incite some people. It does not look good. This is gonna offend some people. And of course I knew who they are talking about. But I came a long way, all the way from Georgia, to come to the California, to get on that freeway, LA freeway. So there is no way I go back. And then the lady, I know both of them, husband and wife, they were concerned about my safety too. but I didn't care about my safety. Now, husband and wife, as I said, they were concerned. And then the wife, she said, look, how about if get the Black Lives Matter flag and put it next to the lynched mannequin. This way they know you are for the Black American, not against them, which made sense. And I took her advice and I put the Black Lives Matter flag next to the lynched mannequin. And I appreciate both. You see, the whole thing, they were concerned about me. And I really appreciate them. And then I was thinking, you know, we were talking and doing one subject, and then came another subject. The other subject came along. Now, why I don't have no right to keep a lynched mannequin on my car to tell my story? Why? Why offend other people? So we're going to talk about it in another video. It is very important. So I left. And I knew when I get on the freeway, I have only 5% chance to expose in the social media. Only 5%. So when I got on the freeway, I stay in the slow lane. The reason it is because I had a cheap flag with the cheap flag posts. And I was worried. Some of those flags fly over and create an accident. So I was driving slowly. So when I got on the 210 West Freeway and then cruise on the 605 Freeway South and then cruise on the 10 West Freeway. No, it's been around 45 minutes and an hour driving, and I knew that should be enough. And then on the cruising on the Freeway West 10, I saw Crenshaw exit. So I got out of Crenshaw exit out of the Freeway 10. And I took the southbound on the Crenshaw Boulevard. And then about Crenshaw Boulevard and 28th Street, I saw Taco Bell. Now, this Taco Bell building sitting in corner, and they had a L-shaped parking lot surrounding the Taco Bell. And it has only 2 parking rows. I will call the one close to the building row A, and then the other one row B. And I got into parking lot from the Crenshaw entrance side, and then went to the parking row B and stop and then park and then start disassembling the gallows and everything else. Now, the Taco Bell has another entrance from the 28th Street. And suddenly I saw a commercial garbage truck entering from the 28th Street, pulling into parking lot and coming toward me, and about 15 feet from me stopped. And then I saw this driver came out and left the car running between the row A and row B. And then he asked me what's going on and explained to him. And then he said he likes to video record my truck camper. I said, please go ahead. And meanwhile, I start to disassembling, and suddenly I seen another sedan car, a small car, entering the Taco Bell parking lot from Crenshaw Boulevard and coming toward me. Now, it's coming toward me with the angle. So when he stopped, he got close to my left side fender, my car fender, and there stopped. Now, before even complete a stop, there were 2 people inside of that car, father and son. They were Mexican American, and the father yelled through the car window before complete stop. And he said, "Are you going to hang a gypsy? Are you going to hang me?" And then I said, "This is about no one else, it's about me." And then when he stopped, and then his son got up with the body language to incite a physical fight, which I didn't go for it because I knew what's going on. You see, the father and son, Mexican-American, and the garbage truck driver, all those three, they were Big Daddy scarecrows. So, after father and son, they found out I'm not going to get involved physically with them, they left. And then I saw another group showed up, and there were 4 of them, and they were scarecrows too. One was a Mexican-American, very small guy, smaller than me. Now, I'm very small, but he was much, much smaller than me. And then there were 3 black Americans. Now, the Mexican-American, he started screaming, yelling, and cursing non-stop. So I knew he's trying to incite me to get physical with him because he's smaller. So I jump on him, and then the other 3 black Americans, they're going to jump on me. And I'm going to end up in the prison or jail. In both cases, I'm going to be dead. So I didn't go for it. So after a while, I got everything inside of my truck camper except the billboards on the right side and left side. And that evening, I left Los Angeles. And I left Los Angeles and traveled toward Arizona. And after 2 days, suddenly one night, it was night, and then I saw my views went up. I couldn't believe it. Just went crazy. And I seen all these comments. People from TikTok, people from Instagram, Facebook. Okay, I seen your car in TikTok cruising LA with this man lynched in back of your truck camper. And all of them, they were saying the same things. I'm here from Facebook. And then one of the viewer left a comment about this young lady social influencer. And her name was Ariana Jasmine. So I went to the TikTok and checked Ariana Jasmine, and I saw video of my truck cruising LA freeway with this song by this legend, R&B legend. He is a legend. He's not only that, he was singer, producer, songwriter. His name, Marvin Gaye, Mr. Marvin Gaye, with the song called What's Going On? Yes, what's going on? And then I check another influencer, Los Angeles Foos, F-O-O-S. And they had my car cruising LA freeway with this song by Cypress Hill. This genius rap groups with the song Illusion. Both social influencers, they are genius. They hit the nail on the head. I like to talk about that night, that emotional night, but I like to even go a little bit earlier, like 3 months before that. Now, I'm not a fancy writer, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to you straight. I hope you accept that for whatever is worth to you. 3 months earlier than that night, life felt like a flat. It didn't have that living dimension. And nothing made no sense. And I felt like I'm in the deathbed. And then you the viewers, you the subscribers, you the social media influencers, you the singer, songwriter, producer, and entertainer. You lifted me up, and I stood up because of you. And I am standing up. I am standing up with you to tell you, love freedom, and fall in love with the freedom of individualism. And with this government, which they have all, majority of these politicians, they are corrupt. And they go to the office to pick up 2 checks every month. One from their own office and the other one from the lobbyist office. And they change in a perception of government of people for the people to government of corruption for the corruption. And they create a corruption system. And even some religious organization, they follow their steps. Like this religious organization, which is a corrupt religious organization, the one which I've been for over 4 decades and have a slave. And they torture me mentally and physically. And they use in the name of a God and name of a Jesus. And they stick to the God and Jesus like a tick to the deer. And they think they are God and they are governments. And don't let them to push you to limitation, because I won't. I promise you, I won't. I appreciate you. And please share and let everyone know. I appreciate for everything. I do.